We're here at our sales meeting I promised you folks a couple weeks ago. Again, you did see I offered the Three Stooges an invitation to attend. Apparently they were too busy and creating chaos and mayhem in the restaurants to show up, so I had some stand-ins come by. Thank you, fellas. But I want to give you a little history about the Hardys in this area. I've been in this area for 45 years. I came to South Carolina in 1973, and from 1973 to 1999, I had firsthand knowledge of the Hardys and their sales in this area. This market back then was a part of Area 2, which was North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Now, during that period, there was only one downturn for Hardys, and that was in the mid-90s. And even during that mid-turn down, when we were having problems, the Hardys in Florence and Darlington surpassed expectations. They were recognized by the area for achieving sales goals and accomplishments above all the other operators in those three states. In other words, we bucked the trend, and that was because of the managers and the district managers I had working for me at that time. So even though things could be bad as a system, you can still flourish as a company if you take care of your people. Now, from 1999 through today, they changed ownership. They flourished for a number of years. Let's say 15 years, they did well. They had a good director of operations, took care of the business. Recently, 3 or 4 years ago, the owner's son basically took over the company. And since then, there's nothing but been going down the hill since then. He cannot stand having a director of operations that he couldn't put his thumb on and control. This lady he had working for him was probably one of the best, most talented individuals I've ever had the privilege of working with. She gave 110% day in and day out. Charlie didn't appreciate that one bit. He offered her no help in running the restaurants. She had to do it totally on her own. She had her hands tied behind her back. She couldn't give raises. She couldn't change salary scales. Basically, all alone. She couldn't have any help helping her run the restaurants. So 2 years ago, Charlie, in his wisdom, fired this lady, basically because he didn't like her. And that was his problem, not hers. So he hires 2 guys to come in and take care of the business for him. Now, since those 2 guys have come in, and Charlie and 1 bean counter, there's 4 people now trying to do the job that 1 woman was doing back then. They're doing it poorly, as a matter of fact. How could 1 woman achieve the goals she achieved, and these 4 guys can't even come close to it? I'm going to explain that a little bit. Over the last 7 months, or since Charlie's basically took over, they've managed to lose 20% of their transaction base. Now, they can give you all kinds of reasons for that, but I'm going to give you the reason they've lost that transaction base. Since July, the Hardys in Darlington has been going downhill with transactions. Ask Charlie, he'll tell you, me boycotting was the best thing ever happened to him. It brought in more business. Charlie, if it's bringing in more business and you lost 17% of your customers, that explains your problem with business. You just don't understand it, fella. These idiots you've got working for you got you fooled. They make you think the only thing important is 40-second drive-through time. I've shown you over and over again how these numbers are falsified, and the goals they're getting are fake and smoke and mirrors. You don't care. They've got you fooled, and you've got them fooled. Maybe not anymore. But thanks to you and their help and my boycott, I think we've affected your business enough to say that we've got 20% of your transactions and taken them to other restaurants in the area. Thank you, fellas. You've done a real good job. Now, I'm not going to stop there. Between the Boycott Carolina Food Systems Facebook page and my Facebook page and my YouTube channel, I think we've had over 200,000 views. That's impacted your business, Charlie. I've had I don't know how many pastors stop by in Darlington and talk to me about what's going on. That's hurt your business, Charlie. Those 2 guys you got working for you, that's hurt your business, Charlie. And I'm thankful for that. Any man that treats a woman the way you treat your women, both my wife and the director of operations you had before her, you're getting exactly what you deserve. And I'm thankful for that. Now, you have a good day. I've got a message for the employees too, and I'll address that later because that's who I'm coming for next. Thank you, Charlie.